What are your values and what do you value? This is the first of the 9 foundational questions of business. And it is first because it is the foundation of the foundations. It is where everything begins, is what are your values and what do you value? Now, when we ask people what are your values, they usually give you the answers that they think you want to hear. Well, I value honesty and integrity, hard work, family, God, country, all those kinds of things. Those aren't their values. Those are the values they've been told they should have, and they're going to say them because they sound good. That sound familiar? This is not useful. What is important is what are your values? What actually matters to you? For me, honesty is one of the highest values. If you lie to me, I don't care why and I don't care how. We are on a very bad foot for the relationship if the relationship continues at all. I don't lie because I feel the foundation of any relationship is honesty. Now, there are some people who I will trust them to be themselves as opposed to trusting them to tell the truth. I can anticipate how they will behave because they behave predictably poorly sometimes, and sometimes that's what I need, and sometimes that is the right person for me to connect with. But for the most part, honesty is a very high value for me. Service, giving more than I'm taking, is a value for me. I value that above money, above luxury, above comfort. You may be different. Some people value comfort. Some people value safety and security. Some people value stability. I don't value those things so much, partly because safety, stability, and comfort, or safety and stability, I don't necessarily believe exist, at least in my universe. So I would rather have honesty, service, and relationships because those can get me more safety and security through those relationships. What matters is to be honest with yourself about what you value and what is important. And not just what you think you should value, but what you really do value. Why? Because you cannot succeed against your values. If you teach me the greatest sales strategy in the world, but it involves lying to my prospects, I can't do it. I could try to do it, but it won't work. In fact, I learned an amazing strategy back in 2020, and it worked really well until I realized I wasn't able to deliver on the things that I was selling. I thought I could until I started working with clients, and the clients were like, yeah, that wasn't, no, I'm not gonna, no thanks. I don't need any more. And once I realized that, it didn't work anymore. Same strategy, same script, same everything, could not sell anymore. My subconscious, my values would not allow me to go against my need for honesty and service and sell to clients that I could not serve. And so I had to go and increase my skills and increase my certifications in order to be able to fulfill that value. Now, the other important thing is, what do you value? So we value things like recognition, luxury, comfort, community, positions of authority, things like that, titles. And it's easy to say, I don't care who gets the credit as long as the job gets done. But if you actually value getting the credit, then that is a potential vulnerability for you, especially if you don't know it. Some people don't admit it. So they're like, nope, no, I don't care who gets the credit as long as the job gets done. But you really do want the value, and you're feeling some kind of way because you didn't get the credit that you deserve. Well, there's a lot of people out there who are pretty good at reading people. And if they were to read you, they could read that you want the credit. Now they can manipulate you. They can offer you the credit knowing it's important to you, with you not knowing it's important to you, which means it's entirely possible that they can get you to do something you might otherwise not want to do because they know that lever. So you have to know what your values are and what you value, because you follow that. That's your underlying programming. That's your operating system. If you don't know what that is, you don't know how the rest of anything else is going to work. You don't know how to set up your goals. You don't know how to set up your business, how to serve people. So before you do anything else, you need to know, what are your values and what do you value? Share in the comments. What are your values? What do you value? What's important to you? What makes you morally who you are?